It's so sunny outside right now. It feels really amazing and beautiful. Summer is such a miracle. I was reading this book, and it was talking about this one guy, Emerson. And Emerson had these ideas about Christianity where popular Christianity, he claimed, acted as if God was like no longer interfering with Earth, as if God was like no longer doing anything, and that miracles no longer happened like they used to, where like Jesus would heal people from disorders and stuff and everything like that. Um, and he thought that this was wrong. And he did this one interesting thing that if miracles are no longer here, then what about summer days? What about the miracle of a summer day? And I think that's so poetic and so awesome. Because it's so true, like summer days are miracles. This day right here is a miracle. It's so beautiful, it feels so amazing, it's so lucky. It didn't have to exist, but it does. Every single moment didn't have to exist, but it does. And it's so amazing. I'm feeling really good today. I've got like a lot of like energy, and I'm barely feeling fatigued at all, and it's just awesome, and I feel so grateful. Look at this tree over here. You know, I was thinking just now, like when I said the miracles, or the miracle healing of diseases thing, or disorders, there's this lady, what's her name? She wrote this book, Laura Hillenbrand. She wrote this book called Seabiscuit, and she also wrote this piece called A Sudden Illness. She was in college, and she was 19. Then one day she was driving in the car with her boyfriend and their friend, and then suddenly she saw this deer just crashed through the windshield. And she passed out. Then she woke up later. And their car was fine. The glass wasn't broken, there wasn't anything like that. She was fine, it was all fine. But she felt terrible. She felt really nauseous, really bad, and really weak. And she went to the doctor, they got to her college, and they went to the nurse, and the nurse chalked it up to a case of food poisoning and sent her back to her dorm. And from then on, she started feeling really, really, really fatigued, like really just awfully fatigued, to the point where she would lie in bed all day, and she would just be spinning. The room would be spinning around her, and she would cling onto her bed sheets for dear life, as the room around her spun and spun, and she felt so nauseous and so dizzy and so weak and so fatigued. Isn't that awful? And so it really took a toll on her. It hurt her so badly. As you can imagine how awful that would feel if every day of your life you couldn't do anything anymore, and anytime you woke up you would feel fatigued. Imagine how awful that would be. And it made her start to think about suicide, and if it weren't for her boyfriend Borden, she probably would have killed herself. One time she had pills, and she pushed the pills out onto the bed. Out of the lines on her bedsheet, she arranged the pills along the lines, and she was ready to kill herself. But she didn't, only because of her boyfriend, because she couldn't do that to him. She couldn't hurt him like that. And her boyfriend stayed faithful and did not leave her, despite her not being able to do anything anymore and everything. Then one day, it stopped. One day it just stopped. After like probably months, maybe a year, maybe multiple years, she was able to resume back to normal life. That's such a miracle. That is a miracle. That is the healing of a disorder. So, if anyone thinks that God is no longer here, or God is dead, or anything like that, the miracles of a summer day, the miracles of people healing, I think those prove that he's not. So, there is hope. Because even, no matter how bad your life seems or how many things you're struggling with, there is always hope, because miracles happen. Fairy tales do come true, it can happen to you. And there's miracles every day that we don't even realize. Like the fact that how we're alive, and the fact that we have friends and get to talk to each other. And just the sun in the sky every morning. And the sky, the beautiful colors of the sky at a sunset or a sunrise. You know, when the sun becomes red, when the sky becomes red and blue and yellow and purple and pink with the rays of the brilliant sky or the brilliant sun. Poetry is also a miracle. People are miracles, and every moment we get to spend with them is a miracle, and I am so grateful for that, and that gives me so much hope. Thanks for watching. Have some hope.